Hi, beautiful collective. If I am showing up on your For You page, I might have a message for you from Spirit. So let's see what comes out. Ooh, okay. So we got two cards. Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So you got a choice coming up that could lead to your fulfilled happiness. The Ten of Pentacles is about being financially secure by having money that, can become generational wealth, that becomes something where you are no longer worried about money, where money's coming from. But there's some kind of choice because the Two of Swords is about a decision you need to make. There's something either you're you're still trying to let go with the full moon still in effect right now. Today is July 1st, by the way. You're making a choice, either something you need to leave, something you need to cut out of your life because they are scissors, something you need to cut out of your life, something that's no longer serving you. That decision needs to be done now because your happiness is literally on the line. Your happiness and what you want to do with your life and what's going to completely fulfill you, because that's what tens are. Tens are complete fulfillment or just completion. And in Ten of Pentacles, it's more about having all of this money, having all of these resources in the tangible, of course, because the Pentacles is about the tangible. It's about the world. It's about the worldly aspects of this, life. So, like I said, there's something that you might not be ready. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. She's pensive because she's really trying to figure out, like, are these cups worth carrying? Is all of this emotion worth carrying? Because sometimes when we don't let go of things properly, we grieve them for a lot longer than we need to. And your happiness depends on leaving all the things, cutting out all the things that don't serve you, that are not aligned, that are not for you in this life or in this new timeline that you're walking into. You're meant for more. You're meant for all this happiness, but there's something that you're not letting go of. There's something that you might not feel ready to let go of, or you might not feel like this thing is worth you grieving because you're like, oh, well, because it could be a job that was just toxic that you needed to leave and you left the job. But that doesn't mean that you've healed from that toxicity yet. It doesn't mean that you've let go of the things that came with that job, like the energies, the people, the mentality of being in these places sometimes gets us stuck in a rut where we no longer see what is exactly in front of our face, and then we don't really grieve the things that we're letting go of. So in a way, we're kind of stuck in a loop, living in the same moment that is no longer meant for us, because we are meant for better, right? That's our life. We're meant for better. Let's see if there's, that's way too many, Spirit. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one for sure. The Tower fell on the floor. Okay, we'll just take all three cards. So the Tower fell on the floor. And honestly, the way they're laying out, the Tower is right under the scissors. So whatever this thing that you need to let go of, whatever this choice that you're gonna need to make, is gonna give you a Tower moment. It's gonna give you a Tower moment, but in the best possible way. Not because it's tearing down all of these old structures that you're trying to hold on to. It's getting rid of this foundation that you no longer need because you're building something better and bigger than what you already have a foundation for. And the thing is, you need to choose. You need to choose the life that is going to bring you the joy, the excitement, all the things that would, I don't want to say that are going to make you just happy, but all the things that are going to fulfill your life. Do you know what I mean? And then you have the King of Swords. This is sovereignty in your truth, sovereignty in who you are. Like, he is like the main man, the leader, the strength. You know what I mean? Like, he's standing here in his power and he's like, what do you want? You know what I mean? And the fact that this one is under the Ten of Pentacles, like, it's basically telling you, like, you have this. You have not only the capacity, not only the capacity to have the dream life that you want, to have the dream life, to have the money, to have the less worrying, to have all this stuff, but you need to walk away. And you know what came out? You know what came out to solidify the Eight of Cups? You have the, I always forget because the numbers are weird, the Six of Swords. Hello, walking away, buddy. Like, you need to let go of all this stuff that's not serving you. And you know what? It's easier said than done. And I'm going to say that personally as well. It's easier said than done because sometimes we don't exactly know what we're holding on to. We don't know sometimes what exactly is holding us back because we don't see some things as bad traits, or we don't see some things that we do as bad habits. You know what I mean? It could be a habit. It could be a habit, sorry. It could be a habit that maybe we're not letting go of that no longer serves us. 555 right now on the timer, but yeah, maybe it's something that no longer serves us. It's something that we no longer need, that we're holding on to. Like me, I'm gonna be real honest, me smoking. Yeah, like that is the habit that I need to cut, and I know I need to cut it because one, I've had throat issues, you know. Also, I kind of feel like I was holding on to it as a crutch because I like to find balance in what I like to do. I need to ground and I need to really feel within myself in order to make these videos. Not because, you know, I don't like making the videos, but because I feel a lot more connected and a lot more able to communicate what's coming across. That's just me. That's just how I am. Now, I like to kind of balance because sometimes I feel like even when I ground, my energy's off. Do you know what I mean? And I'm only getting a little personal with this only because I know for a fact that this is something that's taking me a little bit to separate from. And I know that this is something that I've been asked, you know, to stop doing, not, you know, by family or whatever, but like spirit and my body, which is, you know, what I'm listening to. However, I know that sometimes we don't want to let go of the things that bring us comfort. Because we know that, especially stuff like that, like smoking in any general sense, you know, like gardening or, you know, the deathly kind, it's all hard to let go of because once you become tethered to something in this way, it's a little hard to let go. That's why people that work for companies for years and years, like they get so sad and depressed because that's the life that they know. And I mean, not that I know from experience, but also people that have been to jail or like prison for like big stints. Sometimes it's hard for them to come back to the world. And I kind of feel, I know I kind of went off topic, but I kind of feel like this is that kind of energy where whatever you're in right now, whatever funk you're in right now, whatever your foundation of your life is right now, is not working for you. It's not working for you. There's something within your life, within your foundation, that is not working, that you need to walk away from, that you need to let go of, that you really need to look at in your life and be like, okay, this isn't bringing me joy, this isn't bringing me shit, like it's not fixing my life. Why am I doing it? Because the truth, which are swords, the truth is always going to be better when you take a look at it, when you look and actually ask yourself, like, why am I still stuck to this? Why am I still pondering and loving and, you know, like, why am I still feeling the way I feel for things that no longer serve me? And the thing is, it's the comfort. That's the truth. It's the comfort. It's the comfort that we feel within ourselves when we're connected to something that makes us feel good, at least for the moment. You know, and I think that's why sometimes too we chase wanting to do the same things, like people that like doing risky things, like, you know, mountain climbing, stuff like that. Like, they do it because they love the risk, but they also love the reward. And this is what we need to think, is that we need to risk jumping, changing our lives, getting rid of everything that makes us comfortable for a better life. I hope this resonated, and if it did, I have personal readings in my bio, and if not, you could DM me. Yeah, I hope you guys resonated. Love you all.